doing?
Coach, coming up that bye week, headed to
Yep.
Syracuse, just some thoughts.
Huge challenge for us. Oh, wait. No, you good? Huge challenge for us. Obviously, a very good team, 7-3. Fran's got them rolling. Did a great job, I thought, in recruiting and in the portal and retaining his players. And they play with a lot of speed, physicality. They're big. They got a quarterback from Ohio State that's a heck of a player. They throw it around a lot. I just respect the way they play the game, and I think it's going to be a heck of a challenge for us to go up there. And in that environment, there'll be, you know, we haven't worked in front of a crowd with noise on offense in quite a while, so we have to be able to handle that environment. And but I think our guys are looking forward to the challenge. They had the bye week. They got a chance to recover a little bit, but they jumped right back into preparations when we started on Syracuse. And they all had a chance to watch the Cal game on Saturday, which was a very impressive win. It's tough to go all the way across the country and perform the way they did, but they did a heck of a job. So it looked like they really put it together. They ran the ball well. They stopped the run well. They threw it well, defended the pass well. A lot of plays on the ball and scored a lot of points. So, you know, we just got to go play to the best of our ability and hope we can create a couple breaks and you know, see what happens. What's that?
They come from behind, win on the road. What can that do for a team's confidence?
I don't know. I mean, confidence is based on the work that we do every day. You know, so that game's 12 days ago. Like that's way out of our mind. So, but they're confident because they practice well today. You know, that's how we try to look at it. And you know, you gain confidence throughout a week with your work and throughout a game with your play. So that's where we're at.
What makes Kyle McCord so good?
He can make every throw. He knows how to throw guys open, which is a term that you hear often. When guys are covered up, he puts it where they can't get to it. When he throws his fade ball, it's outstanding. He throws a great back shoulder fade, underthrown fade. You know, sometimes with college quarterbacks, the missing ingredient that deters them from being good professionals is anticipating where to throw the ball and when to throw it. In the NFL, guys are never open. And if you wait for them to even look like they're open, by the time the ball gets there, they're covered. But he has the ability to anticipate and throw where they should be and be right most of the time. He can extend plays with his legs, and I'm not talking about necessarily being a runner, but extend plays in the pocket and let guys get open down the field. And I think he's got a really high football IQ. His completion percentage is really good. He's just a very solid player. His poise is something that stands out to me. You know, the maturity of the way he plays the game, that emotional maturity. Oh, he stands out. Yeah. I mean, he's so versatile. He does everything well. He's kind of the McCord of the defense in terms of those qualities that I was just talking about. He's incredibly smart. He has great anticipation. He has tremendous length. They can play him anywhere. He can cover backs. He can go out and cover wideouts. He runs to the ball well. He's physical. I mean, I have watched him now for 3 years and had great respect for him. I think he's going to be a great NFL player someday as well, just because of the traits that he has, you know, and you can use him anywhere. In today's game, the way the game's played in space, he has all the attributes you need to be a great player.
You guys just added another game with them, another future game. I guess just playing Syracuse and continually playing them, I guess how important is that to program recruiting-wise in this area in the Northeast?
I don't know about – I didn't know we added a game with them. I know we play them Saturday. I mean, if you want to be competitive in recruiting in the Northeast, then you got to be competitive on the field in the Northeast. So that's our objective. But I didn't know that we have added anything. Yeah.
Jim, what's the quarterback situation coming off the UAB game?
Good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. You know, Nick went out with an injury. He's working back through that, and hopefully he's, you know, 100% by Saturday. it was like a hip, but he's also got a toe, and that's bothered him a little bit. I think the week off, or not the week off, but the week without a game helped all our guys.
How was this bye week different than the first, if it was?
It really wasn't in terms of structure. We still got our work done. We still took some time at the end of the week to get them, some rest. They still lifted and things like that. But our practices were basically the same. I think we practiced one less day maybe. It's week 11, week 12 for us, I guess, or 13, whatever it is. We're deep into the season. And so I think you have to make considerations as you prepare a practice week during the bye as to where you are physically, and what's most important, either getting work on the field or getting, some rest and maybe some extra lifting and some extra film and things like that. So we just try to be really methodical in how we structure a week during the bye.
It seemed like the first one was a deep evaluation of the, first few weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like the what we did on the field. Oh, for us as coaches? Oh, same thing. Yeah. I mean, you're always – here's what it does is, every week you're self-evaluating. What can we do better? What are we doing well that we need to continue to emphasize? But you're also preparing for a game, so you're kind of under the gun. But when you have a bye week as a coach, it gives you a chance to – you're looking ahead at Syracuse and you're starting your preparations for them, but also you have some time where you can go and self-scout yourself, Who's playing well? How do we accentuate what they do well? Are we putting them in the right positions to make plays? We ask them to do things that they're capable of doing. What are areas we need to improve on? So you have more time to do that. So from that standpoint, it was exactly the same. I thought you were talking about the on-the-field work. The on-the-field work was similar. I think we had one less day of practice. But in terms of us as coaches, it's the same thing. You just have more time to kind of look at yourself as you go forward. And you never want to stop doing that. And we never do stop doing that. You do it on a week-to-week basis. But with a bye, it's a little bit more settled in terms of the ability to focus on just that and not the opponent.
At this point in the season, are you sharpening what you do, or are you adding? I mean,
You're always tweaking. You're always tweaking. You have your concepts that you've taught and that the players have learned and are working every day to master. But you're always tweaking formations, movements, personnel groups. Game planning is watching your opponents, seeing what they do well, trying to find ways that you can exploit things that they do, finding tendencies, and then you set up your plan, the concepts you're going to use based upon that, as well as what your guys feel comfortable doing. But it's a constant tweak, constantly tweaking. Really, that's the only way that you're going to make progress. You can't become too predictable. Sorry, Joe.
over here. I just want to go back to confidence. Is there a time during the season when the team goes from "I think we can" to "I know we can"? And as a staff, can you see or feel that?
I don't. I just don't. I don't know. I mean, you ask them. I mean, my focus is on what do we do today that can help us be ready for Saturday. And I just try to keep a narrow focus, and I want the team to keep a narrow focus. I don't want the message to get too big. But I think that human nature would tell you that when you have success doing something, or you overcome some adversity, or you win a game like the Temple game, or some of these others that, hey, we've done it before. If you get in that situation, we're experienced at it. We know we can do it, but you still have to do it. You still have to perform. You still have to make the plays. So, but we don't go back and talk about that stuff. You try to build on what you've accomplished, and you try to correct the things that you're not doing well, and we just try to stay. I know it's a cliche. I know it's the ultimate cliche, the ultimate coach cliche. But it honestly, truly is about what do we do today to get ourselves more prepared, better prepared, and a step closer to going out and performing well on Saturday.
Coach West will be going back to Syracuse from where he came.
Who's that?
West.
Oh, Wes, yeah.
It's obviously going to be exciting for him and everything. What's his personality like to be able to handle that and not get too excited and not go crazy and to play the kind of game that he's capable of playing?
I mean, he just has to play with emotional maturity, and he will be able to do that because he's an emotionally mature kid. He gets fired up. You know, we've all seen that during the year. But Wes is very intelligent. He's very selfless. He cares about this team, and he's not going to do anything to hurt this team. You know, he's just not. I think it's really important that he put the personal feelings aside and just focus on his assignment on every single play. And that's, you know, talked to him about it a little bit, but he understands that. You know, he gets it. And there might, if there's a time in the game we have to settle him down, we will. We'll watch him. But I have great confidence he'll go out there and he'll play, you know, very focused football.
It was almost 2 weeks ago, but to come back, I just wonder, what did you learn about your team from the way that they came out and just took that game? I mean, 3 turnovers in the fourth quarter.
I don't know. I mean, like you said, I haven't thought about that game since I got on the airplane, which was, you know, 12 days ago. I just haven't. I mean, I just haven't. I mean, what do we learn? I mean, I mean, it's like you just got to keep playing, you know? You just got to keep playing. You just got to keep playing. You just got to keep playing. You just got to, no matter what the situation, you got to play the next play with the same competitiveness and toughness and energy that you played the last play with, whether that last play was a good play or a not so good play, and you just keep doing that, and you give yourself a chance.
It's kind of strange to see college coaches get fired
Yeah.
or let go, and a couple more this week, a couple of your opponents. From a personal standpoint, having done this for so long, does it hurt you to see this, how this has happened, or do you understand the business, that there's a business part of it, or how do you feel about it?
We all understand it's a business part of it, but it's also very, very personal. I was fired from UCLA 7 years ago today, and that memory is very, very vivid with me. We focus on the coach that got fired, but we forget about all the people that it affects as well. The families, the kids, the wives that have to, you know, pack up and move their families, and kids that have to go to new schools and make new friends, all the players that it affects. So, yeah, it's very sobering. Like, I hate it, you know. I don't like hearing about, you know, Herman and Biff and Dan and those guys getting fired. They're good men. They're good football coaches. They've given their life to this profession. But we also understand it is a business. It's a reality of the business. And if you can't handle it, you shouldn't be in the business. You know, that's just the way it goes. But it's no fun. It's no fun at all. You know, I mean, 7 years ago, I can tell you about every single second of that day. So, it sucks.
Hey, Jim, could you talk about Lewis Hanson and what he's meant to your football team coming over from Michigan?
Yeah, Lou's made huge strides. He's very versatile. He plays a lot of different roles for us. You've seen him kind of move into the old Rob Burns role a little bit at times, you know, in the backfield. He always gives us great positive energy. He's very team-oriented, very smart, so we can do a lot of things with him. Has become very reliable, plays with a lot of emotion and passion. I think our players really like him, but they respect him as well.
When you did the deeper dive during the bye week into yourself and the team, what was it you came away with? Was there one thing where you said, you know, we made great strides in this area? Any particular area you think you've grown most this year?
Nothing that I would want to talk about, because I think it's something that we don't necessarily want to alert opponents to. You know, I think I'd love to answer your questions, but I don't want to answer their questions, you know. And that's always the rub, because you come in here wanting to help, you know, you have a job to do, but I don't want to do their job for them. So I respectfully decline to answer that question in specifics. We good? Yeah.
Geno is going to set the record for basketball wins tomorrow night, likely, unless something crazy happens. For someone that's been in coaching for as long as you have, how much do you appreciate a guy or even a woman in women's basketball that will spend that long in your profession and be successful at it?
I think one of the most incredible things is he's been able to do it here the entire time, right? And that's remarkable longevity and consistency. And to be able to generate the type of passion and perfectionism intensity that he's able to still show, you know, at practice or during games or in recruiting, to me is remarkable, you know. And I mean, he's a legend, and that's beyond dispute. And when you get a chance to watch him work and listen to him talk, you understand why he's a legend. I mean, you know, every time he opens his mouth, something profound comes out of it. And I'm lucky to be on campus with him and have some access to him. But I mean, I have so much respect for all coaches, but a guy like Geno, who's been able to do it over such a long period of time with such consistency. I mean, it's not just rare. It's he'll be the best ever. You know, he's going to set a record. No one will ever be better, or no one's been better. So I'm excited to see it happen. Congratulations to him. You know, we all have a lot to learn from him.
Is there anything that he maybe said to you when you first got hired that stuck with you?
So when I first got hired, I went out to dinner. My wife and I went to dinner with Geno and his wife, and we sat there for a couple hours at his restaurant, and you know, had a little wine, and whatever he ordered for me was great. And I wished at that time that I had been smart enough to push record on my phone, but I wasn't. And after we walked out, I said to Kathy, God, why didn't I just record all that? I can't remember it. It was just like everything he said resonated with me. You know, everything he said about coaching, about dealing with players, about recruiting, about handling a staff, about just mindset, competitive. I mean, it was just, you know, amazing. Nothing specific stands out to me, but the feeling of the meeting or the feeling of the dinner stands out to me. You know, I don't think I could get enough Geno. I mean, I love listening to Geno, you know, and when I'm around Geno, the most important thing I can do is keep my mouth shut and listen. So, all right. Thanks, everyone.